welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to do another book review with the Golden Girls. And we do it the style of keeping it real. Now this story can be found all over YouTube. So we are not going to actually read the story because you can find it all over YouTube. Now we will paraphrase and discuss the story and give you the Golden Girls' point of view. Now, who you see here in the middle is not one of the Golden Girls, but they are the big brother. He is the big brother, Sean, of the Golden Girls. Sean, can you please introduce your Golden Girl sisters?
This is Linda. She likes the color pink. And then this is Lily, the baby of the family. She likes the color purple.
Thank you so much. Now, let's just get into it. The story today that we're going to review is the story called Medio Pollito, which is the story of the half chick. And this is a story that is a Spanish story. However, they translated it to English. So, it's normally a first grade, second grade type story that's recommended on the school list. So this is a story that we had to read as a family. And it starts off as once upon a time there was a pretty black Spanish hen. And the hen had 13 baby chicks. But one of the chicks, this one baby chick was born where they only had one leg, one wing, and one eye. It was a half a chick, even with a half a beak. So the mother named that chick Medio Pollito, which is Spanish for half chick. So as we read the story, you're going to hear us talking about Medio Pollito. Now, Medio Pollito, his mother wanted to baby him. Do you guys remember that part of the story?
No.
You don't remember that part, Sean?
No.
Okay. His mom wanted to baby him, but Medio Pollito was not having it. He said, you know what? It does not matter that I only have half of a body. I'm up in this thing. I'm going to run this spot. And nothing is going to hold me back in this life. Do you guys remember that part about Medio Pollito?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't remember any of that?
Yeah.
Do you remember how he used to talk to his mama? How did he talk to his mama?
Smart.
Smart Alec.
Like you want to get drop kicked.
Exactly. Like he...
And popped in the mouth.
Exactly.
And boo, Linda.
Yes, he was rude. He was quite rude. As a matter of fact, the book described him as being stubborn and disobedient. And disagreeable. Well, one day, he had been roving longer than usual in the fields. On his return, he strutted up to his mother with a peculiar little hop and kick. That was his way of walking. Medio Pollito looked at his mother in a bold way with one eye and said, Mother, I am tired of this life in a dull farmyard with nothing but a dreary field of corn to look at. I am off to Madrid to see the king. What did his mom say about that?
She didn't like it.
You funny little chick.
Is that what she said? Did she like it?
No.
Did she like it, Lily?
No.
Did she? Okay. And what did Medio Pollito say to his mother?
He was going to go and live with the king.
And get punished.
And get punished by who?
By his mama,
His
the
mama?
wind, the fire, and the
But
stream.
we ain't got to that part of the story yet. We got to wait and take the audience there because the audience don't know anything about that part yet. Okay? So, what did he say to his brothers and sisters as he left?
Nothing.
Bye.
He ain't say nothing. He did say bye. He said, I'm going to go to Madrid and do what?
See the king.
To see the king. And when I get my spot, what did he say after he get his spot?
Y'all can come in.
Y'all can come visit me. Y'all remember any of that stuff?
Yep.
First, he said to his mama, want to get drop kicked.
What? Didn't nobody say nothing about getting drop kicked. Nobody said nothing about drop kicked. I don't even know what that is. No, that's not a part of the story. So, he hobbled on off, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And didn't even look back.
Didn't even look back. And his mom was like, be safe. Bye. Be safe. And what did he say when she was like, bye, be safe?
Deuces.
Deuces.
Is that all he said?
No.
What else
He
he said?
didn't say nothing.
He ain't say nothing.
He just kept walking. Hot kick, hot kick, hot kick.
Right, exactly. So a little later, as he was taking a shortcut through a field, he passed a stream. The stream was choked and overgrown with weeds, so its waters could not flow freely. Oh, Medio Pollito, he cried, as if to have chick along its banks. Do come in and help me by clearing away these weeds. Help you indeed, exclaimed Medio Pollito. He tossed his head and shook the few feathers on his tail. Do you think I have nothing to do but to waste my time? Help yourself and don't bother busy travelers. I'm off to Madrid to see the king. Then away went Medio Pollito. Hoppity kick, hoppity kick. What you think about that? That was super. Oh,
Sad and mean.
was that sad and mean?
Yes.
If I could, I'll pop him.
You were popping?
I killed the chick first.
What's wrong with treating people like that who need your help? What's wrong with that?
Karma.
Karma out the mouths of babes. Amen. Yes. A little later, he came to a fire that had been left burning by some travelers in the wood. It was burning very low and would soon be out. Oh, Medio Pollito, cried the fire in a weak, wavering voice as the half chick approached. In a few minutes I shall go quite out unless you put some sticks and dry leaves upon me. Do help me or I shall die. Help you indeed, answered Medio Pollito. I have other things to do.
Mom.
Gather sticks for yourself. What?
When I think when he was hopping along,
Uh-huh.
I think
Uh-huh.
when he was getting punished,
Yes, friend. Yes, friend.
the mom and the other kids
Uh-huh.
did the stuff what Medio Pollito didn't do.
Like, what do you mean? Give me an example.
Help
Help the people.
help
The
help the fire and the stream.
Are you talking like the brothers and sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Are they a part of this church?
No.
Okay, so where are we going with this?
We're gonna finish the story.
Thank you. Okay, so help you indeed, answered Medio Pollito. I have other things to do. Gather sticks for yourself and don't trouble me. I'm off to Madrid to see the king. Then away went Medio Pollito. Hoppity kick, hoppity kick. The next morning, as he was getting near Madrid, he passed a large chestnut tree. There was the wind. That's what you were talking about. And was caught and entangled in the tree's branches. Oh, Medio Pollito caught the wind.
How the heck did we get caught in the tree?
Hey,
That's my question.
Right.
That's my question.
Right.
How the wind get caught in the tree?
That's what I need to know. How the wind get caught in the tree? And it was all entangled.
The branches.
Right.
What was the branches?
Exactly. Oh, Medio Pollito caught the wind. Please climb up here and help me get free of these branches. I cannot get away, and it's so uncomfortable. And do you know what he said?
He said,
I don't have no time to help you.
Exactly. He said it's your own fault for going there, answered Medio Pollito. I can't waste all my morning stopping here to help you. Just shake yourself off and don't bother me, for I am off to Madrid to see the king. Then, hoppity kick away, Medio Pollito in great glee, for the towers and roofs of Madrid were now in sight. When he entered the town, he saw before him a great splendid house with soldiers standing before the gates. He knew that this house must be the king's palace, and he was determined to hop up to the front gate and wait there until the king came out. But as he was hopping past one of the back windows, the king's cook saw him. Here is the very thing I want, the cook explained, for the king has just sent a message to say that he must have chicken broth for his dinner. The cook opened the window and stretched out his arm. He caught Medio Pollito and popped him in the soup pot that was standing near the fire. And let's show them a picture of the fire. Dun, dun, dun.
I told
And
you
there's
that's
fire
what
in the water.
he get.
There's
That's what he get. That's what he get. That's what he get. That's what he get.
Oh, wow. Wet and clammy, the water felt as it went over Medio Pollito's head. The water made his feathers so wet that they clung to his side. Water, water, cried the half chick. Have pity upon me and do not soak me like this. Ah! Medio Pollito replied the water. You must not help me when I was a little stream away on the fields. Now you must be punished. Then the fire began to burn Medio Pollito. He danced and hopped from one side of the pot to the other, trying to get away from the heat. At last he cried, fire, fire, do not burn me like this. It hurts. Aha, Medio Pollito, answered the fire. You would not help me when I was dying away in the wood. Now you are being
Punished.
punished. Medio Pollito thought that he could not stand the burning pain any longer. Then the cook lifted up the lid of the pot to see if the broth was ready for the king's dinner. Look here, he cried in horror. This chicken is quite useless. It is burnt to a crisp. I can't send it up to the royal table. So the cook opened the window and threw Medio Pollito out in the street. But the wind caught up the half chicken, whirled him through the air so quickly that he could scarcely breathe. Medio Pollito's heart beat against his side till he thought it would break. Oh, wind, he gasped out. If you hurry me along like this, you will kill me. Don't let me die. Let me just rest a moment. He was so breathless that he could not finish his sentence. Ah, Medio Pollito, replied the wind. When I was caught in the branches of the chestnut tree, you would not help me. Now you are being punished. The wind swirled Medio Pollito over the roofs of the houses till they reached the highest church in the town. There the wind left the half chick fastened to the top of the steeple. And there stands Medio Pollito to this day. If you go to Madrid and walk through the streets till you come to the highest church, you will see the little half chick. He is perched on his one leg on the steeple. His one wing droops at his side, and he is gazing sadly out of his one eye over the town.
Can I see it?
The end. Absolutely. So what do you think about that? What do you think about how that ended?
Oh, that's how they got the those
yes.
things.
Yes, Sean, yes.
So, what did you guys think about that
Can
story?
we make the little different now?
Did you, wait a minute, did you learn anything?
I love that story.
Do you give it 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, or thumbs down? Where are we at with this? Critics.
I like when he got punished.
You like when he gets punished?
Mason
Is there a reason he walked out of frame? Can you walk back in the frame, little critic? Thank you. Now, we're waiting on your thumbs up. 1 thumbs up from Big Brother. 2 thumbs up from Lily. 2 thumbs up from thumb and a half. 2 thumbs up from Linda. This one is a go for the 1st and 2nd grade reading list. We want to say thank you so much for watching the whole video. And Sean closes out with subscribe.
Please like and subscribe our video. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo!